just got this bottle, the new Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124. So this is coming right off the heels of C923 winning Whiskey of the Year. Does this stand up to the hype? Is this worth the hunt? Well, we're gonna pop this open. I'm gonna give you an honest review. Let's do this. Hey, Doc Martinez here, and welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. It's the beginning of 2024, and Elijah Craig just released batch A124. Now, this is the youngest and second lowest proof Elijah Craig barrel proof batch released to date. No! So, I'm gonna pop open this bottle, pour a little bit out, and let it breathe. Heaven Hill replaced the standardized 12-year age statement with a fluctuating age statement, which allows for a greater degree of variation in flavor profile from batch to batch. Now, this can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing.
What's happening? A bad thing, a very bad thing.
Luckily, Elijah Craig has proven to maintain a consistent, good barrel-proof release. So, did they do that with this batch? As with many reviews, I will be giving away samples because sharing is caring. So stay tuned to find out how you can win some samples of this.
This is the way.
Of course, if you're liking these videos, please click on that like button. Also, make sure to hit that subscription notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's get into the bottle details. Bottle details, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124. Now, it's classified as a straight bourbon whiskey, distilled at Elijah Craig Distillery, which is Heaven Hill. Release date for this is January 2024, even though I didn't get it until February. It is an annual release. The proof on this bad boy is 119.0, making it 59.2 ABV. Age is 10 years, 9 months, so under the 12-year usual age statement. Mash bill, 78% corn, 12% barley, 10% rye. MSRP for this is $75. All right, time for the fun part. So I'm gonna be doing a review with my normal scoring of 1 through 10 on aroma, flavors, complexity, mouthfeel, finish, and would I buy again? Let's kind of look at this first. It's a very nice dark amber color. I don't know if you can see that there, but nice and dark. Has some legs, not the best, but not bad. It does stick to the glass nicely. So let's go in for aroma. Man, I'm gonna tell you, before I even did that first, after I poured it and it was sitting here as I was doing the first part of this, it had a nice aroma in the air. So it does have a nice nose. So this one actually comes across a little bit sweeter on the nose. You get some charred oak, you get that caramel, but it's a little bit sweet. None of that spiciness that you get sometimes when you first nose these. So that is actually a very good nose. I'm gonna give the aroma a 7. Let's go on for that first taste. Flavors. Wow, very oily. Sticks to the tongue very nicely. So initially you get like a brown sugar, so that sweetness that I smell does come across.
Come in, taste this brown sugar.
You also have a little bit of, there's a little bit of tannic in there, so there's a little bit of that charred oak that you do taste. A little tiny bit of spiciness, so I do get a little bit like of a cinnamon spice on my tongue. It's a little bit of a warming effect that I'm feeling from the front to the back. Even on the first drink, I'm actually starting to feel a little bit of a Kentucky hug, so that's not bad. I do like this, so I like that sweetness. I like that little bit of char and, you know, kind of a caramel taste. So for initial flavor, I think I'm gonna give that a 6.5. That's actually really good. So now let's look at complexity. I always love the second taste because you just get so much more flavor. Now you're getting that brown sugar. You're also getting like that cinnamon I talk about, the warming spices, but it's rich, has robust flavors. It actually covers very well. As I said, I like the oiliness. I like the changes in the flavor on this. Very good. There's a little flavor in the background. I keep tasting. I haven't figured out what it is. I'm hoping to figure out on the next drink.
What is it?
But for complexity, I'm gonna give that 6.5 as well. Now we're going in for mouthfeel. Let's see. I'm already liking the mouthfeel from the first two, so let's see. It's just a good overall pour. I really do like this one. It's getting a little bit spicier with every drink though. So that spiciness is starting to come across. At the beginning, I didn't taste it as much, but I'm getting a little bit more spice. So kind of that cinnamon and baking spice. There was some brown sugar, but the mouthfeel on this, it is nice and oily and does coat the tongue very well. Covers the front to the mid, a little bit towards the back. Nice little Kentucky hug. So for that mouthfeel, I'm actually gonna give that a 7. Finish, let's go in for the finish here. It's a good pour, but as I said, that spiciness kind of mellowed out now. I still taste it, but it's stronger than it was in the beginning. I get a lot of that charred oak in there, so that make it a little bit of kind of a charred oak, tannicky, which Then gives it a kind of a dark chocolate kind of taste to it at the end there as well.
Chocolate chocolate!
A little bit of those leathery notes, so you get that, you know, leather from the little bit of age statement, even though this one is a little bit younger. For the finish, I like the way it stays. I like the way it covers. I'm gonna get that a 6.5. Now, would I buy again? Oh yeah, I like this one a lot. I really think I always like the barrel proof releases from Elijah Craig and Larceny. I personally, my palate most of the time prefers the Elijah Craig. That's not always the case, right? So that's why I like to try to get all of them if I can. And I just did a Larceny A124 review, so if you haven't seen that, I will leave a link for it right here. But for this one, would I buy again? I like it. I think it's a very good pour. For $75, I would buy again, and I would give that a 6 out of 10. So I like what Elijah Craig has done coming out for the 2024 for their A-Proof. They always seem to get better through the year. Like last year, the C batch was the one that won Whiskey of the Year. Even though that wasn't my favorite last year, it was a lot of other people's favorites. So I do like what they're doing. I think this is a great start for 2024. Let's talk about how you can win a sample. First of all, if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. It really does help me. In the comments below, let me know which is your favorite Elijah Craig barrel proof batch. Is it A batch from this year? Is it C batch from last year? Is it a batch from before that? Let me know. Also, if you can, please share this video. YouTube seems to love that, so I would really appreciate it, and it would really help me out. Thanks again for joining me on another journey down my bourbon rabbit hole. Till our next journey, my friends. Cheers.